So gaming and tech, this is a big one, I would say, for the nerdy types. Let's pull up IGN. No, let's pull up Engadget. Let's go there. I like those guys a little bit better. Add to the notes real quick. 33. So gaming and tech bits that we are looking forward to, as far as what I'm looking forward to again, here at Generally Nerdy, we have YouTube monetization is going to open up a lot next month. So in February, small itty bitty YouTubers like myself are going to have a couple of options as far as what we can do to pull in something resembling monetization. It's not exactly monetization, but it is options for people who watch this stuff actively to support small little baby channels like mine. So that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to those possibilities. Not that I'm anticipating making a whole lot of money on it, but still, it'll be fun. So then the first like game that we're talking about is the Dead Space remake, coming out next week, January 27th. Dead Space, one of the scariest damn games I played back in the day, and like the only thing I think that made me jump more than Dead Space when it was out was the Resident Evil Code Veronica, or Resident Evil 4. Well, I think kind of both of those. Resident Evil Code Veronica was on my Dreamcast, and then RE4 was GameCube, and that one had 4 college-age dudes screaming like little girls. But yeah, the remake for Dead Space looks incredible. It is made by a different studio this time. Let's see if I can see it real quick because it's not in my notes. But Motive Studios. Motive Studios is who's making it this time around, because the original studio is no longer part of the EA umbrella, if I'm remembering correctly. Because they're the ones that made the Callisto Protocol. But I think I'm confusing my pieces. Either way, super excited about it. I'm looking forward to the gruesomeness and the quality scares. Sadly, no music that you're looking forward to. That's unfortunate, sir. Next on the list, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, coming out March 17th. The game that this is the sequel to was a whole lot of fun. I really dig Cameron Monaghan. I really dig this little side story. It's one of the little gems of more recent Star Wars that's worth hanging on to. So hopefully the continuation of said story is going to also be great. March 17th, again, is when that one comes out. Don't have a whole lot more to say there, because we're moving over to Resident Evil 4. The Resident Evil 4 remake is also coming out in March 24th. Again, this game had 4 college-age men screaming. Like when you get to that church and the dogs, it's the first time you meet those dogs that have the tentacles that pop. Oh my God, we seriously came up off of the couch, all 4 of us. It was ridiculous. Resident Evil 4 remake, March 24th. So far, the remakes for Resident Evil have not really been bad. I don't think any one of them so far has been bad. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Let's pull up Justice League. Kill. Not Justice League, Suicide Squad. Good Lord. Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League. Kill the Justice League. So, this game got pushed back last year. Now is coming out in May. Well, it was May 26th, yes. May 26th. We have this is where the Gotham Knights game launched and was supposed to be the successor to the Arkham series, even though it's made by WB Montreal and not made by Rocksteady. They were billing it as such, and that game really fell flat in a lot of ways. This game is made by Rocksteady, so this is more the proper successor to the Arkham games. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to start with this game. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least, because there's so much weight that this game has to carry because the Arkham series was so well received. And it's also the final return of Kevin Conroy. Well, I don't know if it's the final. As far as like releases go, I think there might be something else in the can, like movies wise, with his voice in it. But very probably this is the final video game that Kevin Conroy will be voicing Batman for. So again, lots of weight on this game's shoulders. So hopefully it does well. I'm very excited to see what's happening. Let's move next to... oh wow, we're already there. Street Fighter 6, June 2nd. Oh my gosh, everything that keeps coming out about this honestly has me a little bit more hype for Mortal Kombat, but we're going to get to that than previously. But Street Fighter, I can spell. Street Fighter 6, baby. All right, so Street Fighter 6... modern controls. So they're going to be updating the control scheme apparently for 6. Just the new art style I'm totally digging. The creative fighter thing, while I don't think it's going to be super comfortable, I think there's going to be a lot of bugs with the creative fighter, opens up the possibility of interesting machinima going forward, because I mean that you're gonna see a lot of people mod the PC version and whatnot. It's gonna be very interesting, and I really dig. I really like doing creative fighter stuff anyway, just because it's funny to see all the crazy stuff you can make. That was really the only thing about Mortal Kombat Armageddon that I really liked. The story was okay, but as far as like gameplay goes, creative fighter was where it was at. So yeah, super excited for Street Fighter, just because every new iteration is really fun to watch. I'm not as big a Street Fighter player these days as I once was, but I do like to watch the tournaments and stuff and see what happens there. The other thing, and this one almost, because they keep screwing around with it, should probably go in left field, but we're talking about I'm sorry, I'm going to say it wrong. Starfield, not Starlight. Starlight's something else. Starfield, the first Xbox exclusive Bethesda game, coming directly to current gen now. I keep wanting to say next gen, but current gen console, so Xbox Series consoles, and just very it looks like a weird amalgamation of their previous properties of the Elder Scrolls and Fallout, because looks like it's like fantasy-esque in an Elder Scrolls-y kind of size and storytelling mode, but then it's also science fiction, which gives the hint of Fallout, but it's in space, so less Fallout, maybe a little bit more oh, and now I'm going to brain fart the name of that game too, so whatever. But yeah, super excited about Starfield. When Bethesda's on it, they're on it, and it's good stuff. When Bethesda misses, they miss hard. So that being said, I think there is a strong possibility that this is going to either be a dumpster fire or the next Morrowind, the next game that everybody plays for the 20 years to come. So yeah, very interested. Let's move on. There is one, I didn't put it on here, but it should be on here, and that is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I think that's what it was. I've somehow left it out of my notes, so I don't remember. Legend. Let's look at Legend of Zelda. Spell. Come on, hand. There we go. Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I was right. So this one is launching in May as well. We have May 12th of 2023. This one is another one that has a whole lot of hype built behind it because this is the Twilight Princess, or Breath of the Wild, rather, version 2. This is the continuation of that story. It's going to be awesome. Or it's going to really piss off the fandom, and then Nintendo's going to have a real big mess on their hands. And they kind of already have a PR nightmare going on. So yeah, very interested to see what's going on there. And then our final piece in gaming and tech is, of course, Mortal Kombat 12. So I really want to, I don't know if I'm going to get around to it, but I really want to make a whole video about what I know is going to be happening for Mortal Kombat 12. I will put it into a piece over on Dogu. So if you're interested, I will let you know when that goes up. But Mortal Kombat 12 is like 90%, 98% likely the game that NetherRealm is going to be. Oh, did I just screw that up? Oh no. Oh, and I haven't even done the. Oh, see, I'm slacking, man. Slacking. I should be here. In the wrong window. Anyway. Mortal Kombat 12. So with the Warner Brothers Discovery merger and all of the nonsense that's going on there, it stands to reason that because of the uncertainty of licensing and such going forward, and also with James Gunn being the be-all, end-all of DC outside of the comic books, then it kind of stands to reason that there's not a whole lot of confidence going forward for NetherRealm Studios to make an Injustice game, which would be under other circumstances. Excuse me, under other circumstances, would be the next game they're making. Since that's the case, though, their only other major IP is Mortal Kombat. They're not announcing a new IP this year. That has been a big rumor amongst the community, and that's super not likely, especially if you've been following the Ed Boon AMAs that have been going on Twitter. It just doesn't, none of the logic tracks in order for that to be a thing. So Mortal Kombat 12 very likely is going to be announced sometime soon. Everyone's saying sometime in February because of the way the last AMA went. He seemed to really be emphasizing the numbers 2 and 3, which again, assuming I get around to making the video, I'll go into greater detail of why that is, but really it just breaks down to 2023 is when the announcement's going to come. So that's what we got. I'm super stoked about it. There's no other game that I will be more like. I'm gonna buy a whole console, assuming that Mortal Kombat 12 is only on current gen and they don't release it on the Xbox One, but I'm going to be buying a console for that game, so that's how much I'm super hype for Mortal Kombat 12. So that is what we've got for gaming for the my portion of it. So I'm going to again mention this into chat. What are we looking forward to, chat, for 2023 as far as gaming and tech news goes?
Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.